Welcome to Ray at the Movies, and today I'm going to be doing my 4K collection, Volume 2. The first one was such a hit, and I kind of wanted to make sure I got enough, and I think I did. Hope I got all the movies that I was supposed to. If not, that's fine. I'll just add them to the next one. Alright, so let's go with the first one. Daryl from Vinegar Syndrome in 4K. Watched it. Looked great in 4K, by the way. Then there's Congo from Vinegar Syndrome again. Then we have Awaken, which is from is the partnership label that Vinegar Syndrome has. Haven't watched this yet. The imagery with the 4K looks fantastic, by the way. Of course, The Never Ending Story. I watched this 4K. It was great for both the theatrical version here in the States and the international version. Godzilla X Kong, The New Empire, which I thought was pretty good. Cloak and Dagger, another classic movie that I grew up watching besides Daryl. Then, of course, Batman. I finally got to see this in 4K the other day. It looks fantastic. Another old 80s classic. War Games. Great movie. Then, of course, Labyrinth from Shout Factory. You can only get this at Walmart. Now, you can buy this on Amazon. They're now going to release it, which is fine. Then, of course, there's Dr. Terror's House of Horrors, which is a movie I saw a lot on TV. Good one. And that is from Vinegar Syndrome again. Phase 4, another old one. And this one, of course, is from Vinegar Syndrome as well. This one is from released by 88 Films, which is Project A Part 2. And then, of course, Project A Part 1. I have not had the chance to watch all of them. I watched the first one. Very interesting. Kathy's Curse in 4K, and this is from Severin. It was a Severin release. I had the Blu-ray. Now I have it in 4K and could watch it. A Vinegar Syndrome title, again, release. The Amityville Horror in 4K. They've been really knocking it out of the park with some of their releases. I'm shocked. You'll be shocked with some of them too. Okay, Gladiator in 4K. Steelbook, by the way. Then, of course, now I wasn't sure if I did cover this one. This is Fright Night in 4K. And look at that. Fantastic. Oh, I didn't make sure to see if there's anything on the back with this one. Oh, yeah. There you go. Some of the steelbooks don't have that much to it. Gladiator is no exception. And of course, I got from the Godzilla.com Godzilla -1 in 4K Blu-ray also. And then, of course, my favorite classic, Close Encounters of the Third Kind. All the different cuts. William says hi. It's been a while since you've seen them. And then, of course, Vinegar Syndrome released Sidekicks, another classic movie that I like that has Chuck Norris and Jonathan Brandis. It's a fun movie. That's a movie that we have to sit through. And then the Police Story trilogy in 4K, all three. And this one's released by Eureka. Now, this I just got as Tron. Look at that. And that was released, of course, by Disney. And then, of course, Tron Legacy. I have not had a chance to watch these in 4K. My friend told me they're fantastic. And then, of course, Dario Argento's Tenbury in 4K. Good movie. And Phenomena, another movie by him. And these are both released by Synapse Films, by the way. Then we have, of course, the Prophecy trilogy in 4K. Vinegar Syndrome released that one. And we have The Crow in 4K, a good release. And Wild Things, and this one was released by Arrow Films. And this is Steelbook, of course. I saw this movie in the theaters and loved it so much I had to buy it. And it's an old one. And of course, can't have a good one without RoboCop in 4K by Arrow Films. And of course, Mirror Mirror by Dark Horse, not Dark Horse, Dark Force Entertainment. Now, they released this originally in Blu-ray. Now they released it in 4K. Have not had a chance to check it out yet. And then, of course, another movie that's great. But this one's a Dario Argento Presents, which means he didn't direct this one, The Church. And Shout Factory released this one, Darkman. Who is Darkman? Now, I don't know if I covered this one in the last one, but I remembered it. And, of course, Leviathan in 4K. Great quality. Now, my friend sent me this one. Oh, and this one's from Kino Lorber. Released by Kino Lorber. And this one was released by Shout Factory, I think I said. Want to make sure I announce the studios, the companies that released the films. Now, this is the Mad Max anthology set, and this has all the current ones before the new one that came out. My friend gave me this one in 4K because they just came out with another one. Of course, Braveheart, another classic in 4K. Look at that. That's great. Now, this one's released Kickboxer in 4K. Jean-Claude Van Damme movie. Witch Story. Never seen this movie, but it's in 4K. Vinegar Syndrome released this one. Virtuosity with Denzel Washington and Russell Crowe in 4K. Vinegar Syndrome released this one. Okay, and another one that's a Rumpelstiltskin. See, there's the original poster image. This is in 4K. Now, I saw this when I was a kid. Very cheesy direct-to-video movie, but it's a fun watch. And, of course, Universal Soldier in 4K. Great movie. Saw this in the theater. Kino Lorber, of course, released this. You can tell because it says Kino Lorber. Released Hard Target in 4K. Another Jean-Claude Van Damme movie. And then Dario Argento's Opera in 4K. And this one was released by Severin Films. Then, and then, of course, Sun and Death with Van Damme. Kino Lorber released this. 1, 2. And then, of course, what studio released this one? Second Sight Films released The Hitchhiker in 4K. And then both Synapse and Synapse released this one. Trick or Treat. Criterion Collection released The Heroic Trio and the Executioners. Good movie. It's in 4K. Wanted, released in 4K, but released by Shout Factory. From Beyond, released from Vinegar Syndrome. Scanner Cop was released by Vinegar Syndrome. It was originally released as a box set and then eventually separate. And then, of course, Scanner Cop 2, The Showdown in 4K. I have to say the first one's better. Scanner Cop is better. Then we got Phantoms, Gene Kuntz's Phantoms, released by Scream Factory. Great 4K. And then, of course, we have an interesting thing. We have The Keep was released by Vinegar Syndrome. And then, of course, I got The Keep, which was released by Imprint. Now, The Never End Story, was also released by Imprint. They're knocking out of the park with their sets. They really are. Both are good releases, by the way. And then, of course, my favorite movie. My wife and me watched this. I saw this in the theater 3 times when it was released. A Long Kiss Goodnight. And Arrow Video released this one. And then, of course, you got the classic. Everything about this movie is a fun watch. It also has, if I'm not mistaken, the actor who plays in the, I believe he's, no, he's not. I mixed him up. He's not. Not the villain in that one. All right, with that, I'm out of here. You have a good rest of your day. So you have 2 videos from me today. Normally I don't do that. I've been wanting to do this one for a while, but I had to track down all the movies in 4K. And I like the still books. I really do. I haven't had a chance to check Braveheart out in 4K. And this one was something I had before with the last release set, but I forgot and couldn't find it, as well as the Gladiator in 4K. Now, a lot of the movies, if I just gone through them, they were just released by the studio and not a different label. Because these are Arrow Video, Vinegar Syndrome, Synapse Films, Shout Factory, Scream Factory, Kino Lorber, they've been releasing the ones that release a lot of these movies where the studio won't. So that's unfortunate. But with that, I'm out of here. You have a good rest of your day. Bye.